from the mandatory element of the Curriculum Bill 2020, page 133 in your pack. This petition was submitted by Kimberly Isherwood on behalf of Public Child Protection Wales and Education RSE Our Way, having collected 5,307 signatures. Relationships and sexuality education is part of a global rollout of sexuality education, which is not appropriate for this country. It sexualises children, fails to safeguard, reads like models of offending, as barriers to disclosure, and the local authority departments involved lack adequate training to spot the signs of child sexual abuse, exploitation, harmful sexual behaviour, and much more. In addition, we have evidence those involved in the Welsh curriculum lack knowledge of this global rollout. So a response to this petition was received from the Minister for Education on the 15th of December. A research brief has been provided and the petitioners have provided further comments. How would you like to take this forward? Jack?
Thanks, Chair. I've sat in some of these committee meetings and scrutinised, and a number of charities who are 100% behind this provision, and I have to say I tend to agree with them. But on this note, I think the committee could keep a watching brief on the issue and see where it takes forward. But we should note it is going through significant scrutiny of stage 2 in committee. But let's keep a watching brief on this issue.
Okay. Any other comments from members? Neil?
Yeah, thanks, Chair. I've got a lot of concerns, really, and I'm still going through the detail of the concerns in what is being alleged. I note the Minister in the letter said that there was basically misinformation, but I'd like to know what is misinformation, what is correct. I think there is a danger that children are sexualized too young. I mean, I think I get complaints from teenagers feeling really pressured about the education they're having right now in terms of what they think they should be and how they should approach things, and they don't feel that they're being left to develop. I would say along their own lines without being told what they should be, and feeling that they have to declare maybe what they prefer not to declare. I think we should keep a definite watching brief on this with a view to possibly debating it in the future, because it did reach over 5,000 signatures, 85% from Wales, and this is a real live issue. But I'm going to pay particular attention to the debates with the stage 2 at the moment where we are.
Any other comments, Leanne?
Well, Chair, the opportunity to have that debate is now, isn't it? With the bill going through, it's currently going through stage 2, and at stage 3, members can submit amendments. So to have that debate, I mean, this issue is probably going to have more attention given to it than most other petitions that we receive, because there's a piece of legislation going through at the moment. So I mean, I think that I agree, keep a watching brief and let the Children's Committee do its work, but also perhaps suggest to the petitioners that they could lobby and ask their own Senedd members to submit amendments as they want. And then the democratic process enables those amendments to be fully debated, fully aired in plenary. Everybody gets to have their say, everybody's views get to be aired, and a vote is taken at the end, just as good democratic practice would say it should.
Okay, I've got Michelle, have I?
Please. This is something that really concerns me, and to be honest, I don't think this can be scrutinised too closely. There can't be enough scrutiny of this, not only in terms of the content of the RSE curriculum, but also in terms of the fact of the removal of the opt-out for parents. I think that's I think that's very sinister. I don't think it's for Welsh Government or local authorities or schools to dictate to parents when their child should be introduced to certain types of information. I think that the opt-out was a very valuable thing that should have been retained. And I'm horrified that parents aren't going to be able to opt out, particularly if they, particularly in view of the fact that they're not going to be opting the children out of this subject, unless they've got deep concerns about the what's on the curriculum. I'd like to see a debate on this. But I agree with the comments that have been made so far by all the members of the committee. I think we certainly should keep a watching brief on it.
Okay, so
Chair, can I just add a point of information there, because not all members of the Senedd are allowed to put amendments forward or have them considered, and not all members of the Senedd are allowed to speak, because I'm in a situation where I cannot put, whenever I put amendments forward, they're rejected and I'm not called to speak. So in the ideal world, we would have a democratic Senedd. Here we don't. So, Leanne, we don't all have the, I'd say, the luxury or the...
Okay, we need to concentrate on this petition. So we've got like a consensus, really, to keep a watching brief on this petition. And, we have had suggestions put forward by a member that there is the actual scrutiny and challenge side of our Senedd that takes place when the bill is coming through. Clark, do you understand how you want to take this? How the members want to take this on? We're going to keep a watching brief on it, and then maybe sort of advise the petitioner about the aspects of how bills are scrutinised. Yeah.
Yeah, that's clear to me, Chair. Thank
you. Okay, we move on. 216 P05 1097 ban game